I didn't cover my neighbor's grocery bill after they repeatedly borrowed my stuff without returning it. I work from home, so I'm around a lot. And my neighbor Jess sometimes come over asking to borrow random stuff. It started small. First, it was a cup of sugar for some cookies she was making. Then she needed my drill because her shower rod fell down. No big deal, right? I mean, that's what neighbors do for each other. But then it became a weekly thing. She'd knock on my door asking for my lawnmower, then my leaf blower, then my pressure washer. The thing is, she never brought anything back on her own. I'd have to go over and ask for my stuff back, and she'd always act super surprised like she totally forgot. One time, she had my hedge trimmer for 3 weeks. 3 weeks! I finally went over and she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I completely spaced." But here's the kicker. She was using it to trim her entire backyard hedge maze thing while I was standing there. Then she started borrowing kitchen stuff. My stand mixer for 2 months. My good knife set that I had to ask for back twice. She borrowed my Instapot, and when I finally got it back, it was gross inside with dried food stuck everywhere. I spent an hour cleaning it. The worst part was when she borrowed my car jumper cables and somehow lost them completely. When I asked where they were, she just shrugged and said, "I think I left them at my friend's house," and never bothered to get them back. Last month, things got really weird. She started asking for bigger stuff. Could she borrow my vacuum because hers was broken? Could she use my washer and dryer because the laundromat was too expensive? I was getting annoyed, but I'm not good at saying no, so I kept helping her out. Then last Tuesday, I'm coming back from Target with groceries and she's outside getting her mail. She sees all my bags and goes, "Oh wow, you went shopping. I'm so broke right now, I literally have like $3 until Friday." I felt bad for her. I know what it's like to be tight on money. So I said, "Do you need some food? I could spare some stuff." And she got this huge smile and was like, "Really? That would be amazing." I figured I'd give her some basic stuff. Bread, milk, eggs, maybe some pasta. But she followed me into my kitchen and started pointing at things. "Ooh, can I have that fancy cheese? And those steaks look good. Oh, and I love that ice cream flavor." She literally picked out over $200 worth of my groceries. The expensive organic chicken, the good Parmesan cheese, wine, fancy yogurt, everything. I watched her pile it all into bags while talking about how stressed she's been about money and how much this meant to her. I didn't know how to stop it without seeming like a jerk, so I just stood there while she basically took half my grocery haul. She gave me this huge hug and promised she'd pay me back Friday when she got paid. Friday came and went. No money, no mention of it. When I saw her the next week, she acted like nothing happened. Just normal neighbor small talk. Then yesterday, I'm at the grocery store and I see her in the checkout line ahead of me. Her cart is completely full of expensive stuff. Organic everything, fancy wine, premium steaks, the works. She's paying with cash too, like a huge wad of bills. I couldn't believe it. This woman who was supposedly broke and needed my food is dropping like $400 on groceries without batting an eye. She didn't even see me, but I watched her load up her car with bag after bag of expensive food. When I got home, I was fuming. I started thinking about everything she'd borrowed and never returned or brought back dirty. My tools, my kitchen stuff, my groceries. She was basically using me as her free rental service and emergency food bank, while clearly having plenty of money. This morning, she knocked on my door with this sob story about how her power bill was higher than expected, and she couldn't afford groceries this week. She asked if I could help her out again, maybe spot her some money for food. I looked at her and said, "Sorry, I can't help you with that." She looked shocked and asked why not. I told her I saw her at the store yesterday buying hundreds of dollars of groceries, so she clearly doesn't need my help. Her whole face changed. She got defensive and said that was different. That was her roommate's money for their party. I told her I didn't believe her, and that I was done lending her things, period. She got mad and said I was being selfish and that neighbors are supposed to help each other. I said neighbors also return things they borrow and don't lie about being broke. She stormed off calling me a terrible person.